more talk about this documentary, I guess. Man, that makeup did not come off well. I had so much black grease paint on yesterday from doing this like skull thing on stream. By the time this is posted, that stream will have been long gone, but that's okay. So I was really unable to sleep last night, and I just kept thinking about a lot of things that have to do with like the documentary and just like getting really introspective because I'm an introvert, so I think a lot. And I ended up thinking about how like this whole process is really exciting and riveting, and I'm super stoked about the whole thing, but at the same time I'm like scared and depressed and anxious because putting myself out there as an introvert is really scary. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't know how many people are going to watch it, which is fine. I do really want to try to help people the best that I can by doing what I'm doing, and it's my first film, so we'll see how it goes. I'm doing the best that I can. I've got like sticky note wall, which is literally filled with sticky notes. I'm thinking about getting another cork board actually to put on that wall just to be able to stick papers and stuff to it for things I have to do. But the whole process is filled with ups and downs and confusion and joy. Like it's a mixture of emotions that I've never felt about a project before that I've worked on. And I think it's because I've never done something this big before, right? Like usually the things that I do are videos where I'm talking head, sitting here, talking about whatever, like disease stuff, ableism stuff. And then I post it to YouTube. And we just kind of go from there, right? And, you know, on Twitch, I like live stream, so there's no editing, 'cause you can't edit yourself out of real life. That's not how it works. So it's a lot of that kind of content. So having to go through videos and timestamp and try to pick things out that I want to use, and then coming to the realization I still have too much footage because I want to include too much stuff, and I don't have enough time in the documentary to include everything. So it's kind of more than challenging. It's this completely new world of possibilities and frustrations of something that I've never experienced before. So it's really exciting, but also kind of scary because of the introverted aspect of myself and who I am. Putting myself out there in this capacity is definitely making me really anxious. It sometimes keeps me up at night. And there's that saying, you know, change doesn't happen. What's that saying? Oh no, brain fog! Get out of my brain, you fogginess! Oh no, it's gone. There's a saying about change. Oh no. Darn it. Okay, well, I guess we shall try something else here. Not just the saying about change. Let's see what else my brain can come up with, because apparently it's I can't. No! So change is something that can happen if we like continue to push forward, but change also happens when we're uncomfortable. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm really uncomfortable about putting myself out there in the capacity that I am for this documentary, but at the same time, it's something that I feel like needs to be done, and I felt like it's something I need to do for ever since I got sick. I was like, I want to make a documentary about the diseases I live with because people don't know what these are. And then I was getting frustrated with people because they didn't understand what I was living with. They didn't understand the situations that I was facing, the mental drain that comes along with being sick, and just the loss, the immense loss that you go through when you're chronically ill, when you're dealing with yourself and your illness, and then trying to like manage relationships, trying to keep friendships, trying to keep your spouse, you know, like all of this stuff, trying to be able to keep up with family and go to family events and all this stuff. And then when all of that stuff kind of goes poof and you're like left by yourself, it really makes you have to work on yourself and become someone, or not become someone, but yeah, become someone for yourself, actually. It really makes you have to do that work. It makes you realize that you need to lean on yourself, that you're the only person that you might be leaning on for a while, and build up this relationship with yourself that you may not have had before. So I find that illness can be very refining in that way. It has this capacity to make us shift our thinking and help us to get to a different place in our heads so that we can better help ourselves and potentially help other people. Now, I know not everybody wants to help other people, and I'm not telling people to go help other people or anything like that, but for myself, ever since I got sick, all I've wanted to do is help other people like me because of how I've felt, because of how isolated and alone I've become. And it's really hard to talk about at times. Like, saying things out loud is one thing, but experiencing those late night panic attacks because my life is so different than it was 5-6 years ago, and then questioning myself, like, you know, have I made the right decisions here? Am I doing the right thing for myself? And I know that I am, but it's lonely and things are a lot different. I don't have the friendship circle I used to have when I lived with my ex-husband. I have this life now where I am forming relationships, friendships, you know, all that kind of stuff online, and it's so different because I'm so much more bubbled, for lack of better words, than I was before. And I want to be able to, like, get out of my bubble. I want to be able to go and visit people. I want to have people visit me. I want to see my nieces again. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do that I can't do, but instead of just sitting and focusing on all the things I can't do, I can focus on what I can do. Like, I'm making a film, man. Like, I think that's kind of cool. And not to, like, toot my own horn or anything, but just in the sense of, like, I think that's a really neat and amazing opportunity, and it's something that's very exciting to be a part of. It's exciting to be a part of a community that makes film. And who knows? It could be, you know, nothing comes of it, or it could be everything comes from it, right? There's a drastic thing there, you know, in what I'm saying, just as far as, like, both ends of the spectrum, and maybe there's something in between. I don't know. The thing is, none of us know what the future holds. And when it comes down to it, I'm going to keep doing things that I want to do, or at least try to, because if I don't, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be very miserable, and I'm going to have a very lonely existence, more so than I do now. Definitely trembling over words, tremming over words. Oh my goodness. Stumbling over words a lot more lately. My face is kind of swollen today. Anyways, this whole process is something that gives me anxiety and it makes me happy at the same time. So it's a very weird mixture of feelings, as I stated. And I'm really excited to share this journey with you guys because it's still an ongoing thing. It's a documentary and it takes time, and the amount of footage that I have to watch this coming week is substantial, but I'm really hopeful that I'm going to be able to get everything kind of organized in my brain and on paper so that I can formulate a film. And I don't know what it's going to be like. I can't see the end result in my head. I can kind of see how everything's, like, put together, but that could change, because initially what I wanted to do is completely different what I'm doing now. Not like completely different, but it is different. And I don't know, I'm really excited to just share the journey with you, share the angst, just in the sense of, like, letting you guys know that there's good and bad things that come with these kinds of projects. Like, it's like that with other things, like the drawings that I did over 100 drawings last year, and I pushed myself to do that, and it was great. Like, I haven't done something like that for a really long time. There was one year where I painted every single day for an entire year, and I haven't done something like that in a long time. So I haven't really drawn every day for an entire year, which is something I would like to do eventually. But with this film, it's making it difficult. Sometimes I do a lot of stuff for it, and then I'm so exhausted by the end of the day I can't even think about drawing. That's why I started doing drawing on my face, like doing makeup and stuff like that on Twitch, which is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying that, and I really appreciate that Kiro had suggested to do that. Him and his community suggested to do that at, like, the beginning of my streams, and it kind of adds to my content. So I think that's kind of neat, and I really appreciate that. And the fact there's so many nice people online, like all of you guys that watch my videos and come back, all the guys that come over, guys, gals, and everyone that come and watch my videos over on Twitch, you know, you hang out with me and we spend time together. It's really nice. And sometimes, you know, I'm very odd and quirky and I have potty humor at times, and then other times I'm just, like, really low energy and super tired. But there's also times where I'm super tired and then I can't shut up because of how tired I am, so I just, like, natter on about random stuff. But the whole, like, building a community, it takes time, right? And I don't know, the whole social media thing is really interesting to me, just the aspects of it. I think I might freak out if I ever got really big and popular and stuff, because I would feel like I'm losing that like kind of tight-knit intimacy that we have going on right now, where it's like I'm hanging out with my friends, you know? Like, I look at some streamers that have like massive amounts of people watching them, and I get anxiety just seeing those numbers. So I rarely, if ever, check the numbers in my streams because I don't want to start to freak out from anxiety. But anyways, thanks for listening. I'm talking about a bunch of random stuff now, so I should probably go. But just know I appreciate you guys, and if you have questions, if there's stuff you want to see me talk about, please comment it down below so I know specific topics or specific aspects of my life that you're interested in. If it's something too personal, I won't answer. If it's something I don't feel comfortable answering, I probably won't answer, but it doesn't hurt to ask, right? The worst I can say is no. Or like, I'm not comfortable talking about that, right? So I look forward to getting to know you guys more, and I really appreciate everybody being here. Thanks to the new subscribers, and I can't tell you guys how much I really truly appreciate having a community like you. It really helps me get up in the morning and helps me pursue doing more things like this. So thank you. Take good care. I'll talk soon. Bye. Oh no.